Hey, what's going on, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. Brandon Snyder here, team leader of selling the Snyder Group in the Houston area. Today, this is for my new real estate agents and maybe some veteran ones thinking of making a change. We're going to talk about how to choose brokerage. Now, before we get started, I want you to like and subscribe. Please do me a favor. This is a channel dedicated to real estate coaching and all things production based. We're going to talk about all kinds of things today when it comes to choosing a brokerage, but we're going to talk about everything on this channel in regards to getting you into production and making the life that you want happen as a result of real estate. So, talk about how to choose brokerage. Now, I'm going to give you a little bit of backstory because I did not get a chance to choose a brokerage when I first started out in real estate. My wife and I were working on a team and we had to get licensed as a result. So, we did not get the option. My wife was already working there as an admin, and I joined them as a marketing expert, and then we had to get licensed. You sometimes may not get the choice. If you're starting out somewhere like we did and you have to, go to that brokerage, you may just end up being at that brokerage for a little bit. But I'm going to give you today 3 key things that you can be doing to make sure that you're picking the best fit for your real estate business. I want to start with a disclaimer. You are a real estate business owner. They are courting you. Real estate brokerages are courting you. Let that sink in for a minute. You are not an employee. You're a business owner. Treat your real estate career like it. So first and foremost, alignment. Now, a lot of people will say, "Oh, well, it's the splits. Oh, it's the the stocks, or what do they offer for, profit share, revenue share, all these things." I don't care about any of that. I care about a cultural alignment. And here's what I mean by that. As a real estate professional, as a business owner, I want to align with a company that meets my values and my goals as a real estate business owner. This may be that the culture is really good. I don't really like that word. I think that this word, obviously, we have cult in it. So I don't think culture is the right word here, but what type of fit is it? What does that look like from leadership? What type of leaders do you have there? Now, if you're going to look at a model that is an independent franchise, leadership's different across the board. Sometimes you're going to a company where leadership is a part of a giant corporation. There's new models and brokerages out there that don't have franchises. We're at EXP, they don't have franchises, so our leadership is a board of directors, some other people within the company like that. So we're not really looking at the culture thing. We're looking at, is it a fit? What does leadership look like? Do they share the values that I have? Okay, what are your values? And that's something that's important. As a business owner, you need to know what your values are. As a real estate professional, you should probably make a mission statement. You should probably know your why. That may change later on, but when you get into real estate, you should be aligning with people that align with your why. Now, I can tell you that when we made our switch from the last brokerage we were at to EXP, one of those reasons that we felt we were in alignment was the second thing right here, collaboration. What does the collaboration look like? Now, I really liked the old office we were in at the old real estate brokerage. When we were at Keller Williams, I loved going into the office and collaborating with people and hanging out and talking to people and learning. But one of the things I really appreciated when we got to EXP was, what was the collaboration like? What are we doing masterminds, coaching, and what are we doing events-wise? This is all important to me. Now, this collaboration part might be a little bit different to you. Your collaboration as a new real estate agent might just be mentorship. But masterminds, coaching, and events. I really cared about this because I knew that I was leaving a brokerage that was a brick and mortar. So what type of events was I going to be able to do while I was at a new brokerage that was a cloud brokerage? What type of coaching was available? We had coaching in-house at the last brokerage we were at. What type of masterminds were there? We had masterminds all the time. So I chose to go to a place where there was collaboration regularly. We have a mastermind every Tuesday, Wednesday within our collaboration group. We have coaching opportunities through our upline and partners. And then we have events. We have 2 semi-annual, just like we did at Keller Williams, 2 semi-annual events, and then multiple local events. We're in Houston, so we have a ton of events throughout the year because we have a ton of real estate agents here. When I'm looking at collaboration, if I'm going to pick somewhere that does not have a physical office, I need to be able to meet with people regularly. I need to be able to have accountability and coaching within people that I trust, and I need to be able to see some people. Now, mentorship is really important to me. We are certified mentors, and we actually mentor new agents. And what we do is we hold their hands through the first 3 transactions. That's kind of how EXP has set up their mentorship program. But my big basis of this is I want to be able to mentor agents that come into this industry and maybe aren't as successful as we were. Maybe they don't hit the ground running. We want to get them to a point where they hit the ground running. And so we get them plugged into our Tuesday masterminds. All of our partner agents at EXP that want to be a part of these masterminds, they join us. We get into coaching, whether we're coaching them personally, we do free coaching to the agents that join our team, or we plug them into a paid coach that we absolutely recommend, or we coach them ourselves and we invite them to events. So we're spending a lot of time with people who join us who want to be a part of something bigger. They want that mentorship, so we get them plugged in. We've talked about alignment. Is it a good fit, right? Does leadership share our values? Let's talk about the last thing, money. I didn't start with money because if it's a good fit and you're happy and you're getting the training and mentorship and collaboration that you need, the money will come, and the money doesn't actually matter to you because you're going to be making a ton of it if you're getting these things. A lot of people don't plug into the systems when they join a brokerage, and this is something that is a pitfall you need to be aware of. It doesn't matter what brokerage you join. If you don't plug in, you will fail. And you have to make sure that you are willing to plug in and learn and grow and be around people who are way smarter than you to do these things. If not, you're not going to make any of this. And trust me, everybody wants to make money. Anyone who says they joined real estate to not make money or be their own boss, that's a lie. Because with money, you can do good things. Okay, so let's talk about the big thing, splits. I can tell you, splits vary from company to company. Some companies charge a per transaction fee. Some companies charge 80-20, like EXP. I think Real is 85-15. KW, which is where we were at, was 64-36. I think that was a nightmare because that took a lot of my money away. And that's, I learned a lot from KW. I'm not at all dogging them, but my money was going away really fast there. And I wasn't getting the other things that I wanted, therefore that really came up and reared its ugly head. When we're talking, and this is just like 3 of the more prominent brands right now that are kind of competing against each other. So I want to show you this. So all of these brands, they're all going to sell you the same thing. They're going to sell you on cultural alignment. They're going to sell you on splits. They're going to sell you on collaboration. You have a choice to do your own due diligence. Well, okay, hey, EXP, I understand that you're really about collaboration and these collaboration groups. What are you actually going to do for me? Hey, Real, I understand you basically have a similar model to EXP, your cloud-based brokerage. You're growing really fast. You have stocks that are going to go really well. Okay, what type of broker support do you offer? Okay, hey, KW, I absolutely love the idea of being in an office, but how can I grow my business to the next level through XYZ? How do I grow it through collaboration? What does your profit share system look like? Can I get public stocks from you, etc.? So we're talking about money, okay? It's important to everyone. So you go in and maybe the splits are okay wherever you're going to, or you're going to a flat fee brokerage. That's totally fine. Let's talk about wealth building. Everyone talks about wanting to be wealthy, but as a new real estate agent, you are going to run a rat race. How do we get out of that rat race? There's a couple of big models that do it. There's a few big brokerages that show profit share, revenue share. Okay, I don't want to get into this today. Just know that you should learn the difference between the two. You can watch a video on that on the channel later. Okay, profit share versus revenue share. Stocks/ownership. I want to talk about this real quick. So one of the reasons why we made a decision to change brokerages and why a lot of people do is that they wanted ownership in the company. I did not have ownership of the last company I was at, and that was important to me. I am an owner in the company that I'm at. I get my cap, which is the money you pay to the brokerage, every year back in stock because I sell enough real estate. That is really important to me. When we're talking about wealth building, I want to make sure that I'm picking a brokerage that I align with financially. How do I get rewarded for selling real estate? It's not the little pieces of paper that say I did a good job or the plaques or anything like that. We do get a nice trophy every year, but I like having ownership. This stock, when things are slow, maybe I need to pay off some excess debt. Maybe I need to go buy a house. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm putting money down on a house. Those stocks are paying for that. I'm actually really excited about that. You need to look at this. When you're picking a brokerage, sure, maybe their transaction fees are low. Maybe they don't have a cap and they're just, $200 per transaction or $99 a month. Well, that's cool. But if you're selling 30, 40 homes a year, you should get rewarded for that. And you should be partnering with a company that allows you to do that. We're running the rat race. We have to decide between profit share, revenue share, or if there's none of that. If there's none of that at a company, maybe you don't care about this. This is really, and I'm going to use the word, if you're into recruiting. If you want people to join your downline at your company, this is a multi-level thing, you're recruiting. If you don't care about that, this may not matter to you. This still should. What does your ownership look like in your company? What does your wealth portfolio look like? A lot of friends that I have in this industry are using the stock that they have from this company that we're at to go buy rental properties. They don't have to use the cash they're making. They're literally buying rental properties with stocks. You should be looking at wealth building in general. And when you're picking a company to partner with, you should be at least looking at what type of ownership do they give you. These three things are kind of the macro level view of this. There's a micro level view, and that's kind of like brokerage versus brokerage and what you should be looking at when picking a brokerage. But I think that at the macro level, when you're picking out a brokerage as a new agent, this is what you should be looking at. What type of things are going to fit with you as you grow as a real estate business owner? And what does the future look like in the next 3 to 5 years for you? If you have questions about any of this, how any of these things work, want a deeper level dive into maybe specific differences between brokerages, feel free to reach out. My contact information is below, and I'm happy to answer any questions. If you're looking for more content on new real estate agent help, etc., feel free to like and subscribe to the channel and continue to follow our content.